It's not another matchday vlog now. It is slightly different today. It's a new kind of video that I'm doing. And the reason I'm doing it is because it is potentially the most excited I have ever been for a footballer to sign for Liverpool Football Club. Liverpool have agreed a fee with Bayer Leverkusen to sign Florian Wirtz for 116 million. And I thought I'd do a little reaction to it, get us all in the mood, because I'm quite frankly missing football. And I can't wait for the season to start again, especially now that I know I might have a new number 10 in terms of position, not in terms of actual kit number. Playing for Liverpool. So yeah, I'm just going to give my reaction to it. I'll read out some of the articles from the likes of Paul Joyce. Paul Joyce has said that the fee is split up with 100 million guaranteed, with then up to 16 million in bonuses. Lewis Steele goes on to turn around and basically say those bonuses are only reachable if Liverpool win the lot, which, you know, is good for us. I'm fine with paying 116 million if it means Liverpool have won the lot. But yeah, I think for me, I've said it, this is a marquee signing. It feels slightly different for me, and I'd love to get your reaction. So get in the comments, telling me how excited you are about this, but also give me your thoughts. Where's he going to play? What's he going to play like? How long will it take for him to adapt to the Premier League, or do you think he'll be absolutely boss straight away? For me, this is a signing I've sat there as a kid and seen Real Madrid do unveilings of footballers, Barcelona do unveilings of footballers, maybe even Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich were linked with him, Real Madrid were linked with him. And more recently, this has been kind of a signing which I've always felt gutted about, because it's usually Manchester City who've gone and done it. They've gone and spent the big money and got the best players in world football. And Liverpool, look, Liverpool do that occasionally. We did it with Alisson, we did it with Virgil. We've obviously slightly did it with Nunes. That one didn't quite work out as much. But when Liverpool target someone, Moises Caicedo being one of the main, you know, kind of players and examples for that, Liverpool were willing to put the money on the table for Caicedo. He just didn't choose us. When we think they're good enough, we're willing to spend that money, but it doesn't happen often, and I think that's why I'm excited. This is a player I just see Real Madrid signing. It's a player I see playing against us for Manchester City, and me sitting there and being devastated that it wasn't us who got him. But this time around, it seems like Liverpool have gotten him, and I just could not be more excited to see what he looks like in the red of Liverpool. I'll give you something from David Ornstein. He said, obviously, the 113 million bid was not quite where Leverkusen wanted. Leverkusen did want at one stage 150 million euros. Liverpool were absolutely not paying that. And like I said, Liverpool, the way we're run right now, we're getting back to it. There was a little spell where Liverpool were panicked and we just didn't make the greatest choices. It wasn't, you know, we just weren't set up for that. We kind of lost a load of our pieces of the puzzle. And it just, the back staff weren't really basically dealing the way that we always deal. It feels like we're getting back to that. He's only 22 years old. It looks like he's going to sign a 5-year contract with Liverpool. So at the end of his new contract, he'll be 27, still in the prime of his career. So that is really exciting for us. It's not like we're going out and spending 100 mil on a player who's already 26, 27, and maybe you only have 5 of the best years with him. You've got up to 10 years, maybe, who knows how long he plays for, how good he stays, but up to 10 years of the best of Florian Wirtz, and that is incredible because he is the best 10 right now for me to look at. I mean, Jude Bellingham's obviously there, but he was never going to be able to go anywhere. He'd only just gone to Real Madrid and he'll spend his career there. So the only players who could have really been on the move, he's the best out of all of them. Steve has said, if you don't know where I am, I'm in the Redmen TV studios, by the way. Steve said on a podcast a minute ago that there will be no better signing for any club than Florian Wirtz this summer. And I absolutely agree with that. I'll give you some of the reasons why it maybe took a couple of weeks. I don't know about you, but the first time I heard about this, I was so excited. But then I heard the names of Manchester City are interested, Bayern Munich are interested, Real Madrid are interested. And I was a little bit, oh, well, it's lovely, isn't it? But, you know, sadly, they'll probably just, it's a German player, probably go to Bayern Munich. But Slot, it was down to Slot. Slot sat down with him and told him the plan. Wirtz didn't just want to move to the team that had the most money. He wanted to move to the team that he fitted in the most, that would build around him, that basically meant that he could be the best player that he can be. And Slot sold it to him. He sold the tactics, he sold the positioning, he sold the football club. Not that you have to do that much, especially not when you're Premier League champions, but he sold the football club to Florian Wirtz, and Florian Wirtz turned down Manchester City, who we know pay ridiculous money, but he also turned Bayern Munich, who Florian Wirtz could have stayed, you know, quite easy and stayed in Germany. But he's choosing to come to Liverpool. He's still got to pass his medical and everything like that. We do know that. And the reason that it took so long, it felt like a long 3 weeks maybe. But it was because they were all dealing with the add-ons and the instalments of how we'll pay this 116 million. But things to get you excited. He scored 16 goals and got 15 assists in 45 matches last season, as Leverkusen obviously finished second in the Bundesliga. In the previous campaign, Wirtz played an instrumental role in securing his side's first German flight title. They obviously went unbeaten domestically, and they reached the Europa League final, which I think was the only loss that season under Xabi Alonso. He scored 18 goals and assisted 20 in 49 matches, earning the Player of the Season accolade. Honestly, these are stats, and I'll go to it. Slot all season has been saying, and look, Liverpool, I think, have a great squad. I don't know about you, and tell me in the comments who you want Liverpool to sign next, because we'll get onto that in a little second. But for me, Arne Slot has constantly been reminding everybody, our number 10s are great, but they need more goal contributions. He's came out and publicly said it about Curtis Jones, about Dom Sobo more than anyone. He said he's great, his running, his pressing, his boss, all of it that he does is incredible, but we just need some more goals and assists from him. And basically what he's just done is we've just gone and went on the market and gone, right, who's the number 10 here who scores loads, assists loads, unlocks doors, can build from the back, by the way. It's not just what he does up top. The way he floats about a football pitch, you'll see him, you know, further down, maybe by the defensive midfielder role, picking the ball up and then helping us work our way up the pitch. And then he'll be the one on the edge of the box inside the area. So this is a lad who Liverpool have sat there all season and gone, it's great, Dom, and we love you. And Kurt, brilliant, mate, Premier League champions, but we need more goals from you. And we've just gone and got the best in the business on the market. That is an absolute joke. I am so excited to see what he brings to us next season. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Dom, what happens with Kurt, what happens with the rest of the midfield, how we play. But Florian Wirtz in behind Gakpo, Diaz, Salah, Jota, and, you know, potentially, I'm assuming Nunes is going to go, but potentially a new number 9. That is absolutely incredible. And he will still do all the running and the work rate. His pressing is really, really good as well. Wirtz's basic attacking numbers are strong, with 21 goals and 25 assists in the Bundesliga since the start of last season, illustrating greater potency and the sharp end of the pitch, while also playing, obviously, in a different league to Liverpool. It might be slightly different. This is from David Ornstein, by the way. He does a lot of selfless running as well, which obviously is spoken about in this piece. But I think for me, it's just the biggest signing Liverpool have made since I have watched them, since I've been alive. Look, Virg, Alisson, all of these players were brilliant, but they weren't world class at that time. They were really, really good, incredibly good. but Liverpool also helped them. They kind of became world class when they came to Liverpool. This is a lad that I watch in the Euros, that I watch for Germany on international duty, that I've seen bits of from Bayer Leverkusen, and I think he is world class. So yeah, I am so excited. Paul Joyce does go on to say in his article basically that Kirkes is next through the door, and after that don't expect the Reds to stop because we'll be spending more. So I'm excited to see, hopefully, if Liverpool get a new striker, a new centre forward, what that would look like. But yeah, thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you're as excited as I am about the signing of Florian Wirtz. Get in the comment section, tell me all about it. I'll try and respond to as many as possible. But yeah, it is an exciting time to be the Reds. We are Premier League champions. We have just gone and signed the best number 10. We will be signing, we've agreed a fee, the best number 10 on the market who was available. And hopefully Liverpool might just win quite a few trophies next season as well. And you might see more of these when Kirkes signs, hopefully when another striker signs, something like that. Maybe these videos will come back more. But thanks so much for joining me. Until the next one, up the Reds.